ahead, ready? 70, Indy.
Like the 59. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Six on travel.
Check 52.
Let go.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down, Kamara takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Check.
Go.
Mike, check. 59.
Deep grip.
Operating from the gun, Curley. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you. At least.
And Kamara has it stripped, and the Buccaneers have it. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. It doesn't always work out, though.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, New Orleans! In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Winston. 5 yards on third down. They'll take it.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Black 25. 55.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Coming for his son. Wait. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got Walters. Big catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Check 31. Check 31. 22. Check. Check.
Derrick Henry. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and 9 at the Saints 39-yard line.
Ready. Mike 25. Mike 27. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On second down now. It's Jones, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jameis to throw it. And the catch made by Walters. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Jump. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw, Winston. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Winston. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
All right, Cap. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Switch. White. Green, come and see.
Third and goal, Winston. And he's got it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Buccaneers 3.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come get it.
Off the play fake. Curley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I know you felt that.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
He's going to fire one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Curley. And that's complete to Jesse James. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Hey, turn it up, Get along. Rest.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Jameis now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Here's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tighten down.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Curley. Thomas has got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. On 4th down, Curley. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Bucs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Protein spill.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Mike's 5'9". Mike 5'9".
On 1st down, Curley looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. The 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Bravo. 5.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Ready. Blue ready. Check my 47.
Green, come with me.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on second down. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
First down.
Ready? Black, look at that.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get it ready.
Operating from the gun, Curley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Throwing again, Curley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 54. Let's go.
From the gun, Curley. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Curley, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Curley. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Come on, QB, come on.
Check. Hey, Delta.
Ready?
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Curley incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check, 59, 59. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Hit it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Alvin Kamara. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Ready, break.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's the
Pilot, 64. Weak.
Mike's 5'9. Mike's 5'9. You go 9-9.
5.
A final shot before break. Curley to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Tre'Davious White uncovered.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Lutz is good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Jameis now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Winston now to throw on first down. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. Good move. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And Lutz's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go. Check 99.
Hey, on 2nd down, it's Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Curley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
54.
To throw again. Curley looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. White now to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curley. And he will find his man on the outside. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? Black 25.
Rip left, rip left.
Green, Timothy. Green, Timothy.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Curley. James has got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
218, chop it.
From the gun on third down. Curley. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
At the 2-yard line.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know that.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week?
It's caught at the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kamalei Correa coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Corey Littleton in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I come to fight.